So
Yeah,
can
no.
I think of someone else?
And everyone's letting it.
7 hours.
Oh shit, this is a good question. I don't know. I don't know if everyone will have an answer, but the question being, does your character regret any particular choice that the party has made? And currently, I'll say I'm regretting you guys all starting an alliance with Crowfart because oh,
Yeah.
geez. It's like first Seto, everyone was like, okay, follow him, then he leaves, and now Crowfart again. It's I'm seeing a pattern here.
Man, it's not that actually. The pattern is apparently the blue dragons doesn't have a very long expected life cycle. Look at it. First, it was your the little, first son of Daichi we met. Then Yuki.
Yeah, what is it? Are these blue dragonborn things not compelling to you guys or something?
Oh, we don't want to be related to Daichi.
I mean, that I can understand, but
Is that a reason to not like all blue dragonborn?
well, I mean,
Look, it's not that we don't like them. We don't like certain ones, like that dude from last time.
Oh, I thought you. Oh, so you like Kenshi? That's a good thing.
No, liked Yuki.
Huh?
He was cool. Grovat was okay. Yuki,
question and tell us what your character might regret about the party's choices.
to think a bit.
I don't have much to go off.
Yeah, I think that one's probably hardest for Elias. If you want to roll the second question, you're more than welcome to.
I'll try to just I'll answer the question as in, does your character regret anything about joining the party or something like that? Something about the party and about regret.
Yeah, basically, do you regret anything that's happened in the campaign for you so far?
I would say me no, but Elias would Elias is definitely trying to deal with pretty much having his family turn on him and just try to kill him like that.
Oof, that's rough, buddy.
Yeah, no, I mean that definitely makes sense. But what part of that is he regretting? Just the fact that they did so.
I probably think Elias saw the party as more of a encouragement to leave Shira, which led on to that.
Well, hopefully we'll get to. You won't leave us before we get to look into more of that story, because
I'm not going anytime soon.
yeah, sorry, I'm very salty tonight, clearly, but
yeah, you have every reason to be salty.
who would like to go next? Though I feel like the rest of you may have had some more questionable moments with the party that not everyone's always agreed.
That takes us long time. Really long. Back to when some people decided to rob the grave of Io. Things that wasn't agreed upon. I think that's the only.
Oh, well, I'm glad you can even remember that far back. That was like what, session 3? Yeah. And how about Jerry and Sakura?
Sakura is still thinking.
And not as much as I'll just rephrase the question a bit. I'm gonna rephrase with a different answer. He doesn't regret anything the party did. He sort of regrets joining it to begin with.
I mean, that's fair. On some level, but please explain.
Maybe if he didn't join, he could have helped save his people. Maybe it would have ended differently. He has no idea what would have happened, but he couldn't. It's something he might think about.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that was like the catalyst of this whole adventure for Jerry so far. Was like, I could go and join those guys over there, or I could go on my own. And it has definitely led you in a certain few ways. But with that, I think that was everybody.
Me,
I'll be
you
honest.
skipped me.
Oh, I thought you just jumped in. Sorry, my brain. What
All good.
what does
All good.
Sakura regret? Oh, you were still thinking. That's what you said. That's
Yeah.
why I was confused.
Mm, she regrets dying. Obviously. But I feel like she has regrets from joining the party because there's a lot of things that wouldn't have happened if she didn't join the party. She wouldn't have you know, melted someone into radioactive goop, killed her mom. But at the same time, there's things that like other things, like she wouldn't have met her dad, or she wouldn't have, met all her dragon friends. She wouldn't have gotten tea sets, and she wouldn't have been able to make tea for so many people. So it's like there are sort of parts of the journey she regrets, like um she doesn't really like killing people much, uh even though she tends to be pretty good at it. I think she kind of just distances herself from her emotions while she does it, but I think she definitely regrets it afterwards. I mean, she's been trained as samurai, so in the moment of the battle she just instinctively casts killing shit. But I think she does regret all the people she's killed.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
that's very fitting that Sakura's sort of arguing with the whole yin and yang of of all the things that you guys have actually been doing.
Yeah.
But I like that she's at least seeing the silver linings as well here and there, even if that's just new dragon friends every now and then. But yeah, with that, I think we will jump right back into it. I'm realizing I forgot to actually write a recap, but uh, what shit? What did happen last week? Does someone else want to give us a impromptu recap? I don't think there was that much. It was
We everyone who was at the fire ring came over to the Blue Dragon camp. From there, everyone met back together, and the plan was devised to. Or several plans were devised, some to do nothing, some to sabotage the Blue Dragon, and session ended with the face-off between a brave yet dead clan crab samurai and the the Blue Dragon that was there.
oh yes, and meanwhile June was low-key waking Cthulhu. But we,
That was a
we
big,
won't
that was a
mention
big
Sank and
part.
the fish and all of the good.
I want to see
But
Jimmy again.
well, one day you may. But I guess just hope you don't see Cthulhu first.
Yeah. Oh, and the bomb barrel, yes, that.
Yes, a bomb barrel, which is actually where we are going to pick things up
Oh, no.
for tonight. As you see the camera sort of panning over the Blue Dragon camp, and you see this explosion that, as it blows up, we sort of cut to you guys and grow. Oh, God damn! Well, I'm gonna have to stop making that mix up. Elias, you hear this explosion, but it is almost drowned out by the storm that has started all around you guys, and especially with this transformation that the son of Daichi has taken in front of you. The lightning and the thunder and everything around you, you get the impression if it did start a fire, that fires, there's a good chance it will be put out, but you can, as you peer over towards the camp, you can definitely see a plume of smoke kind of rising up from it now. And you also notice two of the archers that are sitting on horses right next to you. They also seem to have noticed the sound, and you hear one of them say to the other, "What the hell was that? Did you get hit by lightning?" What? And that is where we rejoin this session as these two armies face off.
I'll cut in between the two archers. It might be a attack from some shinobi. Tell your commanding officer. Tell your second in command to grab some troops and go back. I'll join with you, and I'll just try and scuttle away back to the camp.
Okay, yeah, you'll see the one guy just take a few steps forward and just say, "Minamoto-san, I think they're flanking us." And he says, "What?" And just looks over. Give me a persuasion check, please, Elias, to just uh, as you are sort of leading this charge off towards the camp again. Okay, yeah, with a 24, you see the samurai standing in front that was wearing the green armor. He just looks over his shoulder, looks back to the battle in front of him, figures, well, he's probably got that. And yeah, he's going to turn around and follow you, as well as one of the monks and two of these cavalry archers. As they just turn and start rushing back towards the camp.
This is not a fair fight at all.
Oh, well, I'm trying to do my part.
Okay, so you guys are rushing off, and Z is going to join you as well. But as this is happening, oh god damn, the chilled music. We're in recap mode music. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the music control up. But meanwhile, what are the rest of you guys doing as you see a small detachment just turn and leave and follow Grovart back towards the camp?
Elias.
Oh fuck! Sorry. One day, I don't know what it is. Like it's really, yeah, my bad.
No.
You know what it is actually? It's because your name is Gaz on the screen, so I just see the G, and it's like my brain just finishes the word. I'm sorry, yeah. But no, Elias is leading a bunch of soldiers up the road. What are the rest of you doing as you see the Zenoga about to attack this guy?
I think Sakura might do something. Like, she is going to hold an action to cast So, like, as in, like, he's gonna attack, like, in a few seconds.
Well, they've just been sort of staring off, and you can tell me what you're holding your action for, and just tell me
To
the trigger.
cast Reality Break. As soon as it looks like he's about to attack, she's gonna cast it.
Okay, and is that for either of them or the blue dragon? Because it looks like
Blue dragon.
It looks like the crab is about to attack first, and like the dragon is sort of waiting for him to make the first move. So, as you are waiting then and holding an action, Jerry and Australia, anything you're doing in this moment? As you see the crab clan lifting up his Tetsubo and just winding up to begin an attack.
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah. I want to figure out what spell does.
The beginning and opening.
Wait, what is? Huh? Sorry, what do you mean? You sent a whisper, and I don't know how to whisper back.
That was the Star Wars reference.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. You just press Alt and W, and you open Sweet Nothing.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whisper system that I forgot to tell everyone about. But the
I see.
that's what Anakin was told to do before he killed all the Padawan.
Nope, it was the clone trooper.
Yeah, wasn't it? It was the same order.
Potentially, yeah.
Just depends which way you're going. But yeah, let's. Sorry, you see, this is why I don't like whispers actually, because now we're discussing. Is it execute order 66? I'm not. That's what we're talking about. But sorry, my brain is all over the place tonight. I have got a monster next to me, so in a second I should be a little bit more compass mentis. But Jerry, what were you saying? Did you say you were preparing a spell as well?
No, I'm just going to place the red dragon mask on my face without having any of its properties and cast disguise self on myself. So it says I can make myself 1 foot taller, which I will do. And just turn the entire armor to like crimson red, like same color as the mask.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah, that's. I'm already terrified. As much as you are currently still invisible.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, this like we sort of see this shimmer through the fourth wall of Jerry turning into this red armor as you place the mask on your face, and just none the wiser. But at this point, the Crab Clan samurai takes a step forward and swings his tetsubo. He swings it directly upwards and cracks into the jaw of the Zenoga, who, as it just sort of knocks its head back, it actually seems to nearly knock it off balance as its one leg just raises into the air. He takes another swing, but that one is going to miss, and he just slams it back down into the ground, leaving this dent in the road. And at this moment, the Zenoga takes a swipe with the hand that it is just lifted up, and it smashes into the side of this soldier.
Wait, no,
Sakura,
It says
you will see it taking this action. So you see this claw come swinging down towards him.
yeah, and she casts it before it, like, hits. But yeah, he needs to make wisdom save. Hopefully, it's not like great at wisdom saves.
Okay, so can you describe to me what the spell is actually doing? What are you trying to?
So basically, as this Crab Clan warrior kind of starts bunking, So basically the spell shatters reality. So basically it's this spell is making this, like, the Zenobi kind of like mad for a while. Can't take reactions, D10 at the start of each of its turns, and that number determines what happens to it each turn.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so you're trying to basically, like, Doctor Strange smash this thing through reality.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it did get a 24 there, which I believe beats.
Convergent future, just automatic fail, and I take a level of exhaustion.
Okay, so
It's her
as,
8th level spell. She's not gonna like. It needs to last for at least a turn. Okay.
yeah, no, fair enough. So, so as you see, the rest of you will just see this like strange rift sort of open as you see a tiny little fox sitting in the tree, and it just is like glaring at this gigantic creature. As it swipes down, you see the entire creature sort of glitch for a moment as the lightning around it just explodes in every different direction. You can see that this has clearly taken effect, but he is still. So okay, so when does he roll that thing?
Let's see.
Start
At
of
the
each turn.
start of each turn.
All right. Well, at this point, I think I'm going to say for you guys, and for these two that are actually in the fight, I'm gonna ask you to roll for initiative.
I think it might be because she's in a tree.
I'm not sure if it's my slow internet or it doesn't roll for me.
It's not rolled yet. Might just be lagging.
Should
Just
I?
click the little circle, empty circle, and
Should I be rolling mine?
Yes, because we'll
There we
well
go.
we'll jump over to you when your initiative comes up. Oh, geez, you guys are not looking too
Oh, and
healthy.
had advantage as well.
So, Elias, while we are getting all these initiatives on here, um, what are you actually heading off to do up there? Like you're heading that way, um, but and you can see that there is a fire that seems to have started inside that camp, but you are still approaching. What are you trying to lead those samurai to do?
I'm going to try and make up the ruse of Shinobi having entered the camp, and I'm basically going to try and just keep them there as long as I can, ordering them to clear every single tent and every single nook and cranny in the camp.
Okay, cool.
And maybe I'll try to do something else along the way. Opportunities.
All right, as you're approaching, give me a perception check.
Where are they?
Okay, yeah, so it's with an 18, what you can see is that the there definitely does seem to be a fire that has started in that tent where you set off the explosion, and um, you can see as you're approaching that there are actually multiple lines sort of through the trees that would be able to a shinobi would easily be able to use to get around the camp. Um, so yeah, you can definitely see a couple of avenues that you would be able to lead them down, but with that, we're going to jump back to this main battle as the Zenoga is affected by the reality break. Sakura, what did you roll for initiative?
13.
Okay. Oh, pity I wasn't running for you. I got you a 28 somehow. Okay.
No, that one.
Oh, wow. Wow, you're still going before everyone else.
It's because she like has like
It's because you can see the future. I
yeah.
went and I double checked because I keep thinking, why the hell is Sakura's AC so high? I don't understand. Like for a wizard, how you're actually achieving that. And then I was like, I went and looked into it, and I was like, oh, you can see the future. You literally can see things coming before they actually happen, which is why you're able to duck and weave these things. So if you want to lean into that in the role play, please do. So I totally forgot about that little cool feature. But that does mean that the Zenoga is going to go up first, which means he will be affected by the reality break. So you can roll that 1d10 for me, and we will.
Okay, 8. Let me see.
Ooh, that might be a good one.
Wormholes.
Wormhole. The target is teleported along with everything it is wearing and carrying up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space of your choice you can see. The target also takes 10d12 force damage and is knocked prone.
Holy shit. Okay.
I think he's just.
Where would you like to send this thing?
Detroit.
She'll. Ooh, I know what she'll do. She'll send it 30 feet up, and then it'll fall prone. So just 30 feet up in the air, because she doesn't want to take it away from the crab hand soldier. She just wants to go 30 feet up. Hopefully, it takes like, I don't know, like 10 falling damage or something. And then falls prone, and this dude can attack at advantage and stuff. And let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. And okay, and 42 force damage.
Why do you keep rolling privately?
Oh, why is it doing privately? I don't know. I don't know why it's doing privately.
Did you set that in Beyond 20?
No. I realized that the dice thing at the bottom, it's private GM roll. But yeah, 42 force damage. Falls 30 feet and just like plops prone on the ground.
Okay, roll for me another 3d6 for the damage that it takes from the fall.
Okay.
Because it's
I
not
just
prone,
reloaded
it can't
'cause-
actually do anything. It's just you're just basically launching it into the end, blasting it straight back down onto the ground with that same momentum. Now you're thinking,
Can I roll that when I'm back on the map? My thing
I'll
decided
roll
to
it.
reload.
I'll roll it quickly.
Thank you.
Just so you can jump back in. Oh, 10. Okay.
Yes, Sakura can be pretty
exactly
fucking scary.
Wizards are pretty fucking scary.
I
I
feel
mean, you
like when they
actually
see
somehow
like
did
this.
predict the future there. You said, I hope it takes like 10 falling damage, and that's exactly what I rolled. I mean, yeah. Okay.
Nice. I feel like no one expects this kind of shit from this like 16-year-old. Like she's pretty tiny. They're like, oh, that's cute. You can do like fireballs and stuff. She's just like
Small
disintegrating
person,
people.
big magic.
You know.
Well,
yeah,
I can
that's
tell
my.
you that no one on this battlefield expected whatever the hell just happened, because you can see the entire all the dragon clan. They just take a step back, like what the fuck, and you see a couple of the crab clan like looking at each other, and you see one of these guys sort of sitting in the trees on the back of a horse. He's like waiting, and he looks around and he spots you, Sakura, up in the tree, and he looks at you with complete shock in his face. Like, you've seen this look before on the faces of those samurai around the dragon turtle when you and June were speaking to them. He's like looking at you like he's seeing God. And
She winks at him. In fox form, she just like gives a small wink.
yeah, and with that, you see just everyone looking around, and the Crab Clan guy is sort of he's like on one knee. He was about to take that hit, and now the Zenoga is lying upside down on the ground in front of him, and he's just looking as bewildered as everyone else. But that will actually take us to your turn, Sakura.
I feel like she wants to do something. I didn't actually think of what she was going to do after this.
Not die is a good thing.
Oh wait, that's all that happens on his turn then, right?
Yeah. And it's a concentration spell.
Wait, is there concentration?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's see. Should we just do a disintegrate? Will it be like too obvious?
A laser shooting from a fox on a tree.
Look, she just broke reality, I think.
Well, look, not many people actually know about the foxness, you know? And you know, with what just happened, I don't really think they'd be focusing on like a random pink, like, beam of light, you know? So yeah, let's go with disintegrate. Deck save. Wait, does it automatically fail because it's prone?
No, wait,
Nope.
hold on. I'm just actually looking at this. I think it just can't take reactions.
Ah.
I'm not sure if it actually, like, it doesn't stun it or anything. It's not actually taking its turn.
Yeah, true.
No, it's just prone and doesn't have reactions.
Yeah, so that, okay, yeah, so it does get to still take an action, though.
Okay.
Am I misreading this spell? Anyone feel free to correct me. I'm just
No, it seems about right. If you rolled between 1 and 2, it would have been stunned. It depends what she rolls for the effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's got a stun effect, then that's definitely okay.
No,
Cool. So
just
it does.
prone and no reactions.
Ooh. At end of its turns to do the wisdom save.
Yeah. Okay. So sorry, I've misunderstood that one there, Sakura. So it is not your turn just yet, but this has happened at the start of its turn. That it's just been plunged down onto the floor, and it is going to then use its turn to start sort of rolling over. You see, it's having quite a bit of trouble. This is, I mean, look, this is straight up. It's like on its side, and this is. I mean, it's a monster hunter creature, and all I can picture is that, like, you know, in those kinds of games when you stun a creature and it's like down and
it
just
just
keep
kind of like
flailing and you,
awkwardly wiggles around.
yeah, it's in that moment, and the Crab Clan samurai is seeing this. He's like, "Oh, this is the moment. I should be taking these hits right now." But you can see that it is going to be trying to get back to its feet with its movement, but it is a bit too large to do that effectively. And then it is just going to look around for where that came from, and it is going to cast. Yeah, as it is like thrashing around, it's going to slam its tail down onto the ground, like next to it, and it is going to cast a thunder pulse into the ground and just try and knock the samurai away from him. Sorry, I should probably not even be rolling these. Okay, so this guy succeeds his saving throw to be blasted back as you see this just thunderous wave blast out towards him. It's not actually a thunder wave, but he's just sending out this pulse, and you see that the Crab Clan samurai just stand his ground and sort of take the impact of this. He takes a bit of damage, but he just slides like barely a foot back, and then the Zenoga is going to start crackling with energy, and you'll see these little arcs of lightning sort of arcing off of him onto the ground around him as he's trying to get back to his feet. But Sakura, now that will bring us to you.
So she's actually gonna do
Is he roll
a.
wisdom?
Oh yeah, needs to do a wisdom save.
Okay, yeah, he's doing that, but you can take your turn, sir.
Did he pass this one?
That's a 25, so yes.
Eh. Eh. Let's see. So what change would I want to do?
I mean, you will notice that he seems to, as that lightning is like crackling off, you feel that spell starting to fade. It is the start of your turn, so I'll say if you want to use your reaction, you have got it.
Let's take another level of exhaustion. It's only like halved speed. She doesn't need that at the moment. She doesn't need to be speedy. And then she's actually gonna do synaptic static. And gonna place a template. I'm gonna try. Well, basically, she's positioning it in a way because it's see if I can find a way to place it without it hitting people she doesn't want it to hit. Oh, nice. I can't. So it's exploding in a bit of a random place, but it's only gonna hit him and intelligence save.
That is a fail.
And so it takes 23 damage. And on top of that, it's not actually a concentration spell, which is great. But basically, during that time, it has muddled thoughts for a minute, and during that time, it rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all its attack rolls and ability checks, as well as Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. And it can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
Awesome. All right, so oh damn! I think it just gave me a way to actually apply that, and I missed it. Oh well. Yeah, please just remind me of that. So that's very cool. A D6 off of his rolls. Is that all you're going to do on your turn? As you see the reality break, sort of. You forced a re-roll on that one, or did you
Oh,
do the
no,
converted?
she just made
Okay,
it
cool.
automatically fail.
All right, yeah, so he's still under the effect of the reality break, and now this as well. You can see that it's just screaming, and you can see that there's lightning arcing between its horns, but it is just wincing, trying to get its mind back. Anything else you want to do?
I think that's it. Cool.
All right, Jerry, that is going to take us on to you.
Okay, I'll try to strike him like from the wait. Here, it wouldn't let me come any closer. Yeah, I try to strike him from the crab clan side, so the blue dragon
Okay,
clan won't
so
see the attacks. Anything happens to him, at least. You were saying.
yeah, sorry, there was a massive delay on that. So you're running around that side to make it look like you're coming from the crab.
They won't see me even when I'm attacking, but at least maybe the blue dragon won't see the attacks because I'm small and he's big.
And invisible.
Yeah, now you were. I think you're under greater invisibility, so
Yeah.
am I right that it doesn't end when you attack?
Yep.
Yeah.
It
No.
only ends if I lose concentration or use another concentration spell. Gary gets impaled by a quarterstaff.
Can I decide to end your invisibility on me?
Touch. Let me check.
Yeah, for now I'll just bonus action abjure enemy, I think it's called. Haven't used it in a while. No, not abjure enemy. Vow of enmity. That's the thing. So I have advantage on all attacks.
You have that from Greater Invisible.
Yeah,
Yes.
because you are invisible.
Yeah.
The Zenoga is definitely not going to see you coming. This is you'll have advantage on this already. So go for it.
Yeah, I'll just attack then. So used to attacking through the bot that I was about to type in the in the Discord instead of the Forge.
Oh yeah, I mean you you know how to target and stuff, though, right? Oh, there we go.
I think it targeted him though. Can I even? I think I'm in. Can I even target him since I'm inside of him? Okay, seems like I can.
I think.
Yeah, you should be able to run sort of all over the. I think actually because with the creatures this big, now that we've got now that the mount up thing actually works, um, if you want to jump on top of like massive creatures like this, we can actually put you up there.
No, not yet.
Yeah, no, that's I understand for now, but I'm just saying in future because there are a lot. You know, we've got some pretty large beasties. Oh, I see a crit.
Mm.
Nice.
Let's go. Divine smite again.
I feel like this pro thing doesn't stand a chance against us.
Did it roll? I think it only rolled the once.
I see only one dice.
Yeah, why did? What's the point of choosing crit if it doesn't roll crit?
Oh no, because I forgot. I've tried out an optional rule. I think that might be why.
Oh, is it the one where it's max crit?
Yes. So I think yeah, that's why you rolled a 2 and a 9, but it gave you 19 there because now crits are gonna do um, max damage on the one dice on your base dice, uh, just to make them hit a bit harder. Because when you get low damage on a crit, it's just it hurts. So
So the
yeah, you
first damage was 25, and the other, like I rolled twice. It just doesn't show the first roll I did of the damage.
no, that one applied it already.
Oh, so
It,
19
it,
as
you
well.
crit twice.
No, I
You got
attacked only
two.
once. It got 25 damage. I don't think it counted as it rolled only 1d10. I think, not the two of them.
Oh yeah, on that first one.
Yeah,
Mm, yeah, how did it still get 25 out of that then?
the first one, it's possible.
Let's see.
think it keeps. Why does it roll a 1d10? My weapon is 2d6, I think. Yeah, it's a
Uh-huh.
2d6 weapon. Did I use a different one accidentally? Yeah, I think I used a different one. Yeah, it's a different weapon. I'm an idiot.
Oh, you're using the straight Naginata.
Yeah, accidentally.
Oh, that's why it's getting confused. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's. But you got 2 crits there, is what I'm saying, right? You
No, I roll only once. Only once to attack, not twice.
okay? There's 2 attack rolls in there, but okay.
Really? Maybe
Yeah, there's
because I had advantage. It shows twice.
no, there's 2 chat cards where you rolled at advantage and crit both times.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just go with your 2 crits, Jerry.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened there because they're exact same rolls, but uh, I think
Let me
it
just.
probably just doubled up. You can roll again if you like, or you can take that and just will let a technical glitch actually work in your favor for once.
So can you just heal him back so I'll roll damage properly this time? He needs to get 25 HP back. Maybe even more. I think no.
Yeah, it's
40,
more than that, but
44, I think.
yeah, I'll undo the damage that it did to him, and so you can roll for both of those attacks. You can re-roll your damage.
I'll just roll it manually, I think.
Yeah, let's just do.
So it's two
Yeah, there's.
crits.
I think also because that's a custom weapon, I probably need to fix. Oh, but you rolled the old one. That's fine.
Yeah. Not sure if I want to. If it rolls the same thing, I'll just roll again, I think. I don't know. Two crits are I think too highly impossible.
Well, we were discussing in another game how likely it is to get 2 crits in a row, and I was like, it's more likely than you think. And people are like, no. It's like,
Like, I don't mind. It's going to be a lot of damage. Even if
yeah. Look, I'm happy to let that happen, but I think if you say you only rolled once, then roll again.
yeah, I rolled one, so let me try this again. Did I mark the proper weapon this time? Let's just do the damage on the first one real quick before I start doing anything else. So 46. And I think. Sorry. It would be 4d8 if I use a 3rd level spell slot. Yeah, so 8d8.
All right. Yeah. So as you're rolling this, you'll see the rest of you. All you'll really see is this like explosion of lightning energy just coming out from like the stomach of the Zenoga. You can see it is arcing around in one specific place on its body, but you can't entirely tell why. As there is this flash of energy from the divine blast, and Jerry, you just feel that lightning all arcing into your sword and getting absorbed, all of that energy into the lightning that your sword gives up, uh, with 66 damage. Not 6d6 as is commonly. This is actually 66. What? So is that all of the damage for
For one attack.
one attack?
Aha, D&D Beyond works. Not for me, Astrea. Not for me. So that's 18 slashing.
Oh, okay. Well, you drew a nat 20 out of him on his concentration check for those.
Yes.
Wait, no, no,
Sorry, I
no, no,
was.
but he has disadvantage.
Or no, minus is a d6, but
Oh.
that's not that gives him a 31. He can beat 10, even if I rolled the d6 on that one.
Yeah.
Is it? Am I right, or is it disadvantage?
I don't
Check.
think he's affected under the spell since she used synaptic static. Don't you lose concentration on it?
It's minus a d6, but what? No, 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 no.
Yeah.
So, synaptic static isn't actually concentration.
Yeah, so
Wouldn't
she
it-
can maintain both of those spells. That's fine.
So only a concentration spell cancels out the concentration spell?
Yeah.
So I got it wrong all this time, okay. So on the second attack it was 27. It was 45 on the second one.
Okay, nice. So yeah, you see this Zenoga just like screaming out at you have done some serious damage to this creature, and because you're invisible, the all the other samurai are like just shaking with confusion and like wanting to get involved in this battle because the crab clan samurai has still not moved, but all of this is sort of happening all at once. So Astrea, that brings us on to you.
But us, the reveal. Like, seems like it could be dangerous to be harmed. And oh, why not? Let's just act slow.
Okay, who are you healing yourself? Or
Yep. Self. Hey.
I don't think it added it. You can.
Okay. That doesn't seem right.
That was too much. Oh yeah, no, that was not. Do you remember what you were on before?
52.
66.
What?
So it goes up to 66 then.
That's actually funny. Like, that's the same attack Gary did. Yeah, but vicious with the action. Come on, magic. I trust you. Oh. Oh yeah. Trying something, it did not work. I want. Wait a second. I'm just gonna like looking up at this little Zenoga and being like, ah, like you could use a little. And then
Okay, so that misses. So, would you like to describe to me what this actually looks like? As it won't necessarily look like you're attacking the Zenoga.
I'm
It
just
kind of
like
looks like
there, and it's like placing a hand on it, and it's like saying incantation in. What should we use? Let's just use giant to, that. And but because of the rain, it's just like just slips off and like just before I finish it. So it's like the earth. Well, I'm testing that the earth is crowded. Then like
yeah, you'll see that there is so much lightning already sparking off of this creature that the shocking grasp seems to just like connect with those same blasts, and it kind of looks more like you're actually absorbing energy from it than trying to blast into this thing. And you also get the impression that that wouldn't have hurted as you kind of your hand is just now tingling with static energy.
yeah, that's like also why I chose to shocking grasp, because I was like maybe wouldn't have hurt. Maybe it would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you get that that is confirmed now. You can you can feel you've got two blue drakes on either side of you, and it's like lightning. This thing definitely likes its lightning, as the storm seems to be getting even heavier all around you.
Yep.
Yeah, Sakura
And
mentally contacts you and says, "You do realize that Blue Dragonborn are not really very affected by lightning. We've like, because we've fought like a lot of Blue Dragonborn. We've had one in our party. They'd know this by now."
Yeah, it's Sakura. You can tell that Estrella definitely knows this information. There's no way that she doesn't.
and
Play it off as in you thought you were trying to help them. You thought it would help them.
that is exactly why I used that thing. Because
Yeah.
in the worst case, it would have been halved. In the best case, I could have played it over. Oh, help you.
Yeah, you do get some valuable. You do confirm that he's definitely immune to this, but you can also roll me a deception check to just to see how well this is received.
Damn it, he's not red.
Wait, how did it go from 3 to 25?
Have you heard about the magic of Silvery Tongue? Amazing thing. It's a pathway to many lies or truth. Some may not.
So you've also got a like minimum 10.
Natural.
Nice. God, okay, between you and Elias, it's like, we're never gonna see less than 10 from you guys. But yeah, that is cool. Does that end your turn?
Yep, that ends my turn, though, due to Forge crash, like, too many F11s. And yeah.
Okay, not to worry. I've moved us on to Elias's turn. Sorry, I think I spoke over you there. What were you saying?
No, no, no. Many F11s can crash Forge Foundry.
No, I meant Elias. It is your
Oh
turn.
no, I
and
said
we'll-
absolutely nothing. Don't worry.
Oh,
Yeah, I just accidentally words. Yeah, I accidentally reloaded Foundry and oh, I'm back. Yeah, no, that's
Okay, cool. Well, if Foundry's, I'm not going to move us over onto the other map right now. Then, if Foundry is giving
Yeah,
us
that
this
works.
issue,
That works better. No, but yeah, it's all good.
we'll just sort of theater of the mind as you now have arrived back in the camp. You can see that a couple of the samurai are rushing off towards where the fire is to try and put it out. But Minamoto is still standing next to you, and he's just looking around. He's like scanning for shinobi, and he will tell the monk to look as well. And you'll see that the monk is preparing something. What do you do?
I'll ask. Sorry, what's his name?
Minamoto.
Minamoto. I'll ask if I
Or
can have
Meiji.
a. I'll just call him Commander. I'll ask if I can have a word with him in private for just a quick second.
Yeah, it seems like, I mean, the monk, you see his tattoos begin to glow and his eyes sort of roll back, and he seems to be doing some sort of scrying or something. You're not entirely sure, but you guys are basically alone, and he nods and says, "Yes, what is it? Did you see them?"
No, but I have suspicions. As you know, I'm not one of yours, but I like to favor myself to be on the winning side. And at this rate, well, to the point, I think a couple of your men might be planning something.
He just looks at you, sort of confused, but his attention is fully on you now. What
As
do you mean?
well, as I was walking into your camp, keep in mind I very clearly could have misheard. However, I believe I heard a couple words of, well, childish insults of the blue dragon, but also something that sounded like a bomb plot. And considering what just happened, I worry you may have an inside threat. Oh.
I mean, it was well timed. That's the exact sound that he hears in his head as he's like, "What?" And he like looks over at the samurai that he's just sent to go and investigate this explosion, and one of them, you see one of them just stepping back and saying, "So all the smoke powder has exploded. There's debris everywhere," and he's just you can see him like deeply considering what this is. Give me a persuasion or deception check, either or, because I mean you it's kind of true. So okay, yeah, so he is fully convinced by this. You can see him like considering his options. And at this point, I would also like you to give me a perception check as you're standing there having this conversation. Okay, so as you're standing having this, as you're trying to tell him this, over his shoulder, just along the wall, you see a shadow move, just darting between a tree and the wall of the camp, but inside the camp, and you're not entirely sure what it is. You didn't get a good look, but you get the feeling there is something else in this camp, other than just the samurai you've just walked in with.
Can I take a quick peek at my keeper's eye?
It is very much open. But also,
Now,
you would also know that the guy standing in front of you would probably trigger it as well. He's
yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask, if just anyone else is clearly looking at me.
yeah.
Interesting. Well, I'll say to Minamoto, I will leave whatever decision you make up to you. In all honesty, my experience here cannot contribute anything. This is out of my out of my field of expertise.
Sort of just nod and say, yes, thank you. I'm grateful for the information. And he will, as he's just considering his options, we are going to move on back to the battle. As at this point, the Crab Clan samurai, who is more confused than anyone right now, because he definitely knows he didn't throw those attacks, but he's glad for the help. He's going to make a judgment call, and he's going to go with it. As he just goes, yeah, take that, you motherfucker! And he just lifts his boy up, and he's going to try and smash down into the Zenoga, who is still prone from Sakura's attack, so he will have advantage. And of course, this is the one I didn't give the proper weapon to, but it's fine. You see him just bring this thing down with great fury. Oh, come on then. Oh, good lord. Good thing you gave him advantage on that one, because he rolled a nat 1, but he hits with the advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah, he does 20 damage to this thing. It is quite a smash. That is his first attack. And then double check how many he's got. I think 2. Yeah, cool. So he's going to swing a second time, and he's now just getting those Dark Souls hits in. And he gets a crit. He's so grateful to whoever's just given him advantage on this by knocking this thing over. As he just is screaming with, yeah, I mean, this divine fury that seems to be flowing through him as well, as he does another 37 points of damage to this thing. And the Zenoga is going to have to make another concentration check to keep his lightning up.
Minus a d6.
Yeah, minus a d6. So actually, let's see. Okay, no, he does still manage to keep his concentration up, but yeah, it seems like it's getting harder and harder, and he's looking terribly, terribly hurt. This is not what he was expecting to happen. Which then takes us onto his turn. So, Sakura, can you roll that d10 for me and see what happens to him this round?
Forges loading. Lovely. Let me roll in D&D Beyond in the meantime.
Oh shit! Sorry, I'll be right back while you're rolling. Just give me 1 minute.
There we go. It loaded. Yay. Oh, nice. It's gonna be stunned. Pug.
This really isn't going great for Blue Dragon, eh?
No, but oh my goodness, that's some good damage. 10, 11, and that's more damage than I did on my like 10d12. So I rolled like 3 1s and
And I
a
think
2
you
there.
killed them with this one.
Nice. I hope so.
I'm gonna be honest.
But I mean, oh shit! And I mean, if I haven't, it is my turn next. He kind of doesn't get a turn because he's stunned. So.
Fucking power word kill.
Nope, don't have that.
No, I don't have that
Really?
either. But I mean, do I really need it?
It's
I mean,
for me.
it makes things easier.
Elias,
eh.
imagine.
But it's so much more fun to be like, I'm just gonna completely fuck up your mind. You're gonna go mad for a minute.
Oh.
You're gonna take damage from absolutely
Oh.
nothing. You're gonna get stunned and teleported, and on top of that, you're gonna have muddled thoughts, and
sounds like
minus a
illusion
d6
magic.
from everything.
Sounds like illusion magic to me. Fucking weird. Sorry, Australia, what were you saying?
Just imagine if that dragon back there, like, had power word kill.
Oh, what, the fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd all be dead.
Not me.
Okay. Grovad and I would be dead.
Oh wait, why?
Because I entered the battle at 66 health and never got above 100.
Oof, I don't even have 100 health. I'm a wizard.
Yeah, but I have strangely high constitution, so I should. My max is like 131.
Bad constitution.
You never neglect constitution.
Did I
Plus
ever
one
tell
to
you
con.
about the time when I played with a rogue that had 4 constitution?
Is that Dev?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
Hi,
Hi,
back
I-
on Dad.
Get to
But yeah,
stories.
he is going to be stunned till the end of the turn and takes 52 psychic damage.
Sakura,
Yeah,
how do you want to do this?
nice. As this dude does his like attack, she kind of like, cause like he's like kind of straight after. She kind of wants to make it look like that attack just completely destroyed him. So I guess this. I've never really understood how psychic damage shows physically.
It's happening.
would
You're,
just
you're destroying his mind, not his body.
Yeah, so I guess he lets out this sickening scream as his mind is absolutely obliterated, and sort of thrashes before falling to the ground dead, like eyes rolled back, white. Just, yeah.
All right. So you see this as the creature just writhes around in pain, and you see its eyes sort of rolling back like that. You see the lightning fade from its body, and as it lies there, its body slowly just reverts back to his dragonborn form as the Zenoga's body sort of disappears. And as this is happening, Sakura, I would like you to give me a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh shit. Let's see.
Okay.
uh-oh.
All right. So, sorry, let me put down his other form.
I almost wanna like
His other form.
automatically pass, but I'm also interested to see what happens if I fail.
Considering you're at level 2 exhaustion, are you sure?
Level 3.
That's worse.
Australia, you need to get Grace Restoration.
Have that.
Disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. Depends on how bad the outcome is. But she'll use her other. She has another thing which is just to reroll, so she'll use that. That's not exhaustion. Okay, that's a lot better, and that's no exhaustion. Okay, so that's a 20 instead.
Okay, a 20. All right. So as you see him transform and like his form shift back into this blue dragonborn that is lying splayed on the ground, as you see this happening and the lightning fade, Estrella, yeah, Jerry, you'll probably also feel this. Wait, how far? Yeah, okay. You guys will both feel this like static electricity sort of building up in the air around him, and then you notice that from above, from the clouds, there is just this energy building, and a lightning strike blasts into him and scatters down into the ground. One of these bolts arcs towards the tree that you were in, Sakura. It smashes into the tree next to you and sets it on fire, as there is just now a small burning patch as it explodes one of the branches next to you, but thankfully it misses because you have rewritten that time. But because of that, and you want to get the killing blow, Estrella and Jerry, you guys are also going to have to make charisma saving throws, please. Um, so are these guys here?
I really hope he doesn't come back to life.
Just a question. It's not a fear or a charm effect.
No. But if you are immune to curses, let me know.
Nice, I rolled higher than the bard.
Okay, so that means I didn't get cursed.
Yes.
Thank fuck.
And you were the one that struck the killing blow, so it arced towards you first. But because you managed to make your save, it is now dissipated around. This energy has got it needs somewhere to go, and it is looking for a new place to rest. So it is arcing now through the air and around all of these samurai that are standing there. But Jerry, what did you get on your? I didn't see it. Oh, there.
20.
Okay, so Estrella, because you were right up there with performing that shocking grasp, the lightning that you cast is still sort of running down your arm, and you just feel as it was dissipating, you feel it suddenly surge up again, and you feel the the lightning from his body arc into your hand, leaving the searing pain running up your arm into your shoulder and appearing along your wrist and all the way up your arm like branches are these tendrils of lightning that are now stretching up like scars on your arm. And as you feel this happen, you are overcome with this like strange hallucinatory effect where you you start seeing flashes of something. Just as this is happening, you assume it might just be from being electrocuted, but it is uh, there is something that has entered your mind, and you're not entirely sure what that is. However, Daichi lies on the ground before you all. He is he seems to be dead from what you can see. There's blood all over the place. That form was definitely destroyed, and there is still blood sort of just pooling around him as you see Hida just look around, still sort of confused, and just raise his tetsubo in the air and let out a roar of victory as the entire crowd clan cheers behind him, and they're just all like raising their weapons and just screaming out. It is, they seem completely overjoyed to have defeated what did not look like it was going to go so well. The Dragon Clan,
Sakura.
however, looked completely confused as to what has just happened, and they all just look in shock. But that sort of brings us out of combat for now. So what are you guys? What are you guys doing? Is this happening?
Yeah, quick
Sakura
question.
oh, sorry.
Yeah, back at the camp itself, me and Sakura first went through there. There was another guy with the blue dragon samurai. Was he Red Dragon Clan or something else?
The guy in the green armor is probably from the Red Dragon Clan.
He's here now, or did he go with?
He went with Elias.
Cool. So I'll just. Did I hear a Stratox talking giant, right? Is that?
Yes.
No, no one overheard that. There's,
Then I just go
oh, you
to
might
him.
have. Yeah, sorry, I mixed that up. You might have overheard it, but I misunderstood what you were saying.
Yeah, I was just asking if I heard Astral speaking giant because I didn't know she could speak giant.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, maybe. Why? Sure, why not? You were the only one that might have. You were the only one close enough, other than those samurai now. But the storm is pretty loud. So
Okay, so I'll just say in giant. I hope that Astral is still responsive to drop the spell. I don't know what the curse did. If Astral you can even hear me.
she can hear you. She's just uh, probably in a fair amount of pain.
Sure.
So I'm not invisible. I think the movement is locked to combat.
Yeah, we're still. Well, I mean, uh, is everyone
No,
happy
it's
to
fine. I can
come out of?
just.
Sorry, is everyone happy to come out of turn order? You're not. No one else doing anything in
Yeah.
this moment.
Yep.
Sakura kind of looks at the crab clan, sees if anyone actually saw her in the tree.
Yeah, there's definitely at least three of the cavalry that are looking up at you, but none of them have said anything.
Yeah,
She kind
sorry.
of winks at them and then hops down out of the tree and sort of takes like a back route, turns into Sakura and comes around from the back, like running down the path. And like, oh, what happened?
Yes, this is happening. And Astral dropping the invisibility. I just grab that samurai's like head and chop it off.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, you can give me an attack roll to try and slice through the dragon. You'll have advantage because
it's a dead body. Hey, it rolled.
yeah, you don't have to roll for damage. You just um. So am I right in that you dropped the invisibility spell?
Yeah, I actually tried to drop it. I'm still like with the red dragon mask and the armor is still red. I'll just chop off the head and toss it towards the Brute Dragon Club and tell them that the Red Dragon Clan send his regards and start like misty step and run towards the woods.
I just picture like everyone standing there in shock, and then this like invisible dude, red dressed in red, just like pops out of nowhere, cuts off his head, and just like just fucking runs into the
Red
forest.
Dragon
Like,
Clan sends
bye.
their regards.
This is wild.
Yeah, when I'm like far enough, I just take the mask away and drop the spell I have on me and just fall on the ground, like pretend I'm unconscious or something for a bit before anyone make sure if they find me they don't think I'm the other guy. Because I was taller than I usually was.
Yeah, good point. So, yeah, everyone on the battlefield is wholly confused at the moment. But the Dragon Clan, you can roll an intimidation check for me as you do this. Um, as you can see, the Crab Clan is a lot of them are still celebrating their their victory that their man has just earned, and then you've appeared,
Oh man.
and they all like a lot of them on that side are like, "What? No, that was our Red Dragon Clan. What the fuck are you talking about?" And the Blue Dragon Clan is also like, they're looking around for Mirumoto, who is gone, and trying to figure out like, no, Red Dragon Clan was on our side. Where did they? And everyone on this battlefield is so fucking confused as to what just happened. But um, as you run off, you can hear that the cavalry of the Crab Clan, they're busy arguing. A couple of them are pointing up into the tree that Sakura was in. But I assume you said you jump down and run around now, right?
Mm, I don't know. She might have just actually chilled there for a while until things had calmed down. So I think she might have stayed after she saw Jerry run away, because it would look kind of suspicious if Jerry ran that way and she ran at the same time. So she kind of sits there for like another few minutes and then she's gonna hop down, I think.
Okay, so Jerry, which direction were you running off in? I mean, you said you misty stepped, but which direction are you?
Yeah, sorry, I misty stepped to the upper left as far as I can and then started running. I'll just keep. I have a few more misty steps if I need them to actually disappear.
Yeah, no, that's fine. With that, you would be able to just disappear right out of the line of sight behind where those arches are. So yeah, we'll stick you over there for now. As no one is entirely sure where you went, you just appeared, cut his head off, and disappeared. And then yeah, so a couple of them, everyone's attention is on the dead dragonborn, and they all seem more concerned with that. However, Sakura, you see another face now. As you're looking down at this, you look over to check your route to run back and go around, and you see that there is another Dragon Clan samurai also on a horse, that he seems to be peering up into the tree, and he seems to be trying to look around it at where the lightning exploded, and he seems to be able to see you.
She cocks her head at him.
He like reels back and just sort of pulls the rein on his horses. I mean, the reins on his horse. The fucking what did I just...
She isn't sure why he's scared of her. She's like literally a tiny fox at the moment. Like she's in baby fox form, so she's like teeny. Um,
Yeah, bear in mind the tree next to you is also like destroyed by lightning, but you still
oh,
seem very calm up in that tree.
oh yeah, true. I forgot about that.
And by the way, how many tails do you have in this current fox form?
9. She hasn't used any of them.
Wait, 9? When did you get 9 tails?
No, she's had so Mask of the Kitsune. I think you said from the beginning I had 9 tails and
Mm-mm. No,
no.
you had 5 when you got that.
Okay.
It takes 100 years to get a new tail.
Okay.
Huh?
So yeah, kitsune are powerful. Like that was another. Or am I mixing rules up that were used with Senki?
I think that's rules used with Senki because I know Kaya had 9.
Mm,
She
really?
was
9? I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
she
she
was
had 5.
born
I've
today.
always had 5 in my head for how many tails you've had. But well, anyway, I'll double check that after the session, because that just determines how many uses you have of the one thing.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah,
I'm fine with either, whichever suits you better. But yeah, she's just chilling there with however many tails she has.
yeah, we'll split the difference and say you've got 7 at the moment, but it'll take you a while to actually get 9, because that would be at your full kitsune capacity.
Okay, sounds good.
So that's in game Sakura will have 9, but we'll say by
Nice.
this point you've got 7,
Cool.
because you're pretty fucking powerful already. And
Is he just like staring at her? He's not like
yeah,
saying
so
anything?
I just wanted, the reason I was asking was so that they can obviously tell that you are like a kitsune, well, a magical fox, and all of them seem to have noticed this, but yeah, they're not, they aren't aware of what you just did. They just, you've played into this quite a bit. You know that that's a significant thing for people to see. But at this point, as they're staring up, there's a couple of people trying to figure out what's going on the battlefield, what's going on in this tree. We're going to jump back to the camp where Elias. What are you busy doing?
I will tell Muramoto I'm going to go walk around the perimeter to just see what's up. But I'm also going to try and leave behind just a what's it? What did I have? I had the paper beetle. That was the one that recorded audio, right?
I think so.
Right,
I
yeah.
can't remember which does which.
Yeah, it was the butterfly that distracted people, and there's the beetle that recorded noises. Yeah, okay, I'll just. No, yeah, I'm just gonna drop one, just try to leave it, not draw any attention to it, and I'm going to walk over to where I saw that shadowy figure sort of go.
Okay, you can give me an investigation check as you walk over to the shadowy figure, and also to determine how well placed this is. Where are you trying to drop the beetle, though? Where are you?
Oh, I'm going to drop it off right next to Minamoto.
Okay. Are you just dropping it next to him, or are
Yeah,
you
just
trying to
next to him.
plant it on him?
Um,
Wait, since when were
the
we trying to
monks.
frame him?
No. I'm not. I'm just trying. I'm just. I'm doing my own thing. Okay.
No, he's
Yeah.
not planting evidence on him.
No.
This is like a recording device, right?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna put it right next to him. I don't think he'll move since that monk's with him. I'll just leave it on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, you can. Then you won't have to. That was going to determine a sleight of hand, but you'll easily be able to do that. Then you can make an investigation as you start moving off. But as you're walking away, can you just actually remind me how that item works? Can you just hear through it?
No, I think it records. It's been wiped off my fucking D&D. No, my Foundry sheets, but I think it's still on D&D Beyond.
Oh no!
Item.
Oh god! You guys must check. So many magic items. Hope they haven't been getting
Oh
deleted.
no, it's kind of been swallowed by the game. Uh-oh.
Okay, let's go. I've Origami Beetle here. Okay, so this says over the course of a minute, you can fold this enchanted paper into the shape of a beetle, activating its magical potential for the next hour. Dropping eaves is the ability. Wow. With extremely acute hearing and camouflage capabilities, it is an effective tool in eavesdropping. So you can give it a short set of instructions, including a destination and a wait time. For example, you could tell it to land underneath that bench, wait 5 minutes, then return here. and it has a flying speed of 30 feet and records all sounds within 60 feet of it for the duration it waits. While waiting, it blends into its surroundings and is invisible to the naked eye. Upon returning to its folder, the beetle repeats all the sounds it recorded, shifted up 2 octaves. Yeah. So once you animate this thing, you can get it to go and spy for you as long as you. I think the longest duration it can record and repeat is 30 minutes.
Yeah, I remember that part.
Okay, cool. So what are you telling the beetle to do? Just to hover around those two and.
Yeah, stay by Minamoto and just record for as long as possible, and then once that's done, just return to me.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's the buzzing of this beetle sounds like Mongolian throat singing for some reason, but it flutters off and is following them around. And it will be recording them as you head off. Did you roll that investigation check?
Now I did. Oh well. Good thing I have Bible talent.
Sorry, I'm adding the beetle to your character sheet again. What did you roll there?
23. Can you tell I
Okay,
rolled
so
less than a 10?
as you go and investigate, you come to where the archer's tower is, and as you move around the corner, you actually do notice that there are two shinobi that are currently in the camp, and they seem to be hiding and looking at the other two samurai that are busy putting out the fire. They seem to be watching them, and they have weapons ready, but they are trying to hide there in the camp, and you notice them first.
Alright. I am going to speak in thieves' cant, and I'm going to just try and tell them I am friendly, and I'm asking them what the plan is. So I'll say, God, it's fucking hard to improvise thieves' cant.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't thieves' cant like hand signals?
No, it can be audio. It's just that. Hang on, I'll just. I'm actually not sure now.
Okay, do you want to take a second to consider, and we can jump back and see what everyone else is doing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, in that case, back on the battlefield, as all of this is sort of calming down, you can see the blue dragons are all confused, and they all start to part as uh, they just assume that they have now lost this battle. Whatever just happened, they don't understand, and they don't really want to be the next part of it. They did not come here for that shit. So they are going to. Um, you will see them call the drakes off of the road, and one or two of them are going to step to the side.
Sakura hops down and goes to the middle. She'll pass under the tree. And she nods to the crab clan, specifically to this dude, and then nods to the dragon clan. You know, it's a cool experience seeing a kitsune. You might as well just make it a super cool experience. And then when she's done just nodding at them, she runs away into the forest. Bitchy Phil.
Yes. Like everyone has got proper family royal names and stuff, and then Betchy Phil is the one I decided to catch it. Of course.
Bitchy Phil.
For his sake, I hope it's a nickname.
D&D. No, I was laughing, don't worry. I was laughing, don't worry. My dad came and checked on me because he thought I was crying. He's sweet.
Okay, so yeah, you see the crab clan now. They as they see that, like everyone watches you run back into the forest, and you can see there's whispers going around as people are trying to figure out what this is. I will say at this point you've developed quite a reputation that has been spreading its way all over Kika. So some people may actually have uh, more insight into who just walked out in front of them than others. But the blue dragon's still looking very confused, and a lot of them in shock at seeing their leader defeated. Estrella, what are you doing as they all sort of start stepping off the road around you?
Freya will be stepping over tree, like just sitting down and just starting breathing in, entering her mind palace, or what we will call it, and asking, so, anyone ill? If so, prison.
Who are you? Where are you trying to speak into?
Basically, just try and like mentally, like thought. What I'm trying to.
But you're saying this into your own like mind palace, is what?
Yeah. It like.
Okay. Oh, all right. So at this point, as you're feeling this, and are you sitting down there on that rock? Are you like taking a moment to fully try and meditate and into try and see what this thing is that has entered your mind? Okay. Yeah, so you can give me a persuasion check as you sort of call out. Oh, okay. So the rest of you see Estrella go and sit down, and then you see her eyes suddenly open wide as they just flash completely white. You see this surge of energy, and then the surge stops as she just keels over backwards and falls flat on her back. Um, but Estrella, we will get to what happens to you in a second, as you most definitely get an answer, and you find yourself standing at the bottom of a set of stairs. But I'll move you over there in a second. First, we're going to just finish off what's happening here in this scene as the the crab clan starts to march forward, and the entire army starts to move up the road. Uh, Jerry, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I just drop the spell, put the mask away, and just lay on a tree and pretend I'm sleeping for like a little while before I head back to the camp.
Okay. Yeah, you'll hear the footsteps of a shinobi walking past you and just sort of looking over. like he says to another one, he's like, how the hell has that guy been sleeping there the whole time? I don't know. How the hell did he sleep? Why is he sleeping in a storm? Bro, I'm not asking questions. Let's just go. I want to get home. And they both just carry on as the entire army just starts moving forward. The dragon clan still in their confusion. They let them pass, and
Nice. So
yeah,
Sakura made her way like through the forest and like around. She transformed in like a place where no one could see and made her way back around the other side to see the crab clan off. Like to that specific dude who she winked at as he walked past, like the one who like at the beginning of the battle saw her and she winked at. She'll wink at him as he passes.
as he looks a little bit confused, but you see another woman on a horse sort of stop next to you as they're all marching down the road, and she just nods down to you uh, as she says this kind of loud enough for you to hear, but not overtly, um, before continuing down with the rest of them.
Oh, she figured it out. Nice.
Well, also you get the impression she might just be thanking you for giving them accurate intel, because yeah, you did what it was you telling them all of that actually led them to lead this attack early. So they are very grateful, and a couple of them nod to you as they walk past. You can give me an insight check actually as you're standing there, and a couple of these samurai just are nodding at you. A couple of them look more like they're pissed off with the blue dragons that they're walking past. Okay, yeah, so you can't quite tell with a 13 which of these, like some of them you're like, wait, did they know that was me? And you seem kind of confused, but you can't tell if they're just like thanking you for the intel, just greeting you, or if they actually know that you were the fox. But they just all march past you without anyone else actually saying anything to you, and they are all approaching the camp. As they approach the camp, you see the blue dragons start to move over into the forest, to where you are currently sitting there, Jerry. You see a couple of the Dragon Clan guys coming in to just reassess what they're supposed to be doing and sort of wait for Miramoto, try and figure out what happened to him. But a couple of them you overhear that they start arguing, saying that no, he abandoned us. Didn't you hear? It was the Red Dragon Clan. He was one of them. This was all a setup, and they all arguing. They seem to think that they no longer have a leader, and um, yeah, they seem to be discussing just going back to Toto. But at this point, as the army is marching towards the camp, Elias, what are you saying to those shinobi that you have found?
Yes, I'm just trying to ask. I'm just trying to tell them I'm friendly, and I'm asking what they're trying to do. And this with that, I'll tell them outright. Friendly are those from the shadows. What are you up to these days?
So you broke up there that last bit, and he's from the shadow as well.
Friendly are those from the shadows. What are you up to these days?
They just like exchange looks, and one of them says, "We were scouting alternate routes. Who are you? What are you doing here?"
I'm not Blue Dragon Clan. That's what you're worried about.
We can see that, but Are you Crab Clan?
For now.
I mean, look, we could use the allies.
So you are Crab Clan?
Yes.
No worries.
And
Your men will be marching through soon. I'm sure of it.
they look at each other kind of concerned, and they say, okay, how do you know that?
Let's say I have powerful allies. And our interests align with yours for now.
The one says to the other, he says, I don't know, man, I trust him. Let's... And he goes, what, why? And he looks back at
Okay.
you. Can you give me a persuasion check, please?
And just, yeah, with the persuasion check, I'll just tell him, look, you don't have to do much, and I'm not asking you to. Just wait a bit and then join your friends when they come by, okay? Don't show yourselves.
Yeah, the other one places his hand on his friend's shoulder, and he says, he's right. Come on, brother, we don't have to start a fight if it's already been won. And he says, all right, we'll wait. Thank you, stranger. And the two of them will just turn around and look for another place to hide, just on the very outskirts of the wall. You can see now where you're standing that there is a section of wall that is sort of broken in, and that they have used to sneak through, and they will start rushing their way back towards that.
Oh, good for them. Would I, words. Would I have noticed anything, or the thunder stopped, right? Or the storm?
Yeah, you would have heard a hell of a lightning strike hit a few minutes ago, as like when the creature died. But other than that, the storm has actually started to calm down a little bit. It doesn't seem quite as crazy, though, like a little bit. It's not by much.
Okay. Well, Elias will have faith that we won.
All
Yeah.
right, yeah, and as you...
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, carry on. What were you going to say?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just wait a minute or two, just pretend like I'm scouting the rest of the walls, and I'll return to Minamoto.
Okay, yeah, you'll easily be able to do that. And as you are returning, um, you're kind of like looking along the walls, and you see through a tiny gap. You start to actually see the Crab Clan approaching, and you see Miramoto still standing in the middle of the road, just in the middle of the camp, with the monk, and they are currently... he's like searching one of the tents, just looking into it, but they seem to be the only ones there. The other two that were fighting the fire, they seem to just be managing to put it out now. But the Crab Clan is fast approaching, and Miramoto is just in the middle of the road there, unawares.
Minamoto, you notice that? And I'll just point towards the Crab Clan.
Okay, yeah, so you join him, and he turns, and he says, no, it's impossible. Oh, and he like puts his hand on his sword and just takes a step back, now assessing his options. As yeah, he seems like panicked.
I I'm I'm not sure it'd be wise to engage them. You've lost your most powerful member, and well, whatever they use, I don't think we want to be on the receiving end.
But all of those men, I can't just leave them behind.
Well, I'm technically not part of the Dragon Clan, so I can ask them what they've done, and I hope they give us no trouble. Or me, at least.
right then, let's go. And he like nods to you and motions. He like bumps the monk who like knocks him out of his trance, who just like looks around confused, sees the crab clan, and just immediately like runs into the tent. But Miramoto will motion like you should lead the way, and he'll be following you.
Just to make sure I understand your intentions, we don't want to fight. We just want to make sure the men are safe. Yeah.
Listen, that idiot Daichi never really had much of my support. I'm not gonna die for him. Come on.
I'll just
And
nod. Very well.
okay, and as you're saying this, so are you going to sneak off or try and sneak off with him?
Oh, he's trying to leave.
Yeah, he's trying to escape now. He's trying to he thinks that you're offering him a way out, and if you think you can get us out of here.
I'll tell him. I'm not going to betray you, but my allegiance lies with my party first and foremost. Whatever you do, wherever you go, I wish you luck and survival.
Oh, my allegiance lies with the Shogun, and your help will not be forgotten, friend.
I'll just nod and bid him farewell. Now make my way back to the battlefield where I assume everyone is.
Okay, so but let me get this straight. So, are you leading him out? Are you going to try and
I'm
sneak him
leaving
out?
him on his own.
Okay, all right. So as you do this, you you start heading back towards the camp, and you hear an archer in those ranks go, "Hey, there's one of the red dragons!" And you just see Miramoto running in the opposite direction. You see him running towards the fire temple, and the cavalry all just they start to give chase as the entire army just starts running down the road after him.
What,
Some
the
of them
Blue
still
Dragon clan or?
after Miramoto, they just start running back in that same direction. But he seems to have gotten a decent head start. Um, but yeah, you're not entirely sure if they'll catch up to him or not.
Oh wow, I really fucked him up.
Yeah, it was just not quite enough time. He didn't quite get away. I rolled here for stealth, and it was not
Oh
good.
no.
So, yeah, if you had helped him there, it might have changed things. But they all seem to ignore you and just rush right past you. You don't seem to worry any of them too much. And with that, you head back to the camp where you will notice Estrella lying unconscious, and we are going to jump over to what she is experiencing right now. As Estrella, you open your eyes and you can still hear the storm raging around you, but you are in an unfamiliar place. I will place your token down in a second. Right. Yeah, you should be able to see there. Oh, and I forgot to put something. Just don't be running around yet, because ahead of you you see a hulking figure, one which may be slightly familiar to you. It is that of a storm giant. Okay, so yeah, Estrella, you awaken in this strange and stormy place. There are old weapons scattered about that look like they were used in battle a long time ago, and that their wielders have long since passed. But there is lightning crackling down on the rocks all around you. What would you like to do?
First, I'm looking backwards and seeing doesn't seem to be way back, so forward we go, avoiding the weapons in case lightning.
Okay, yeah, and um, very smartly so. As you're walking past, you do see a couple of bolts of lightning just arc off of these weapons that are stabbed down into the ground. But you can see that um, it is just constantly this path that you are on is just constantly being struck. Uh, though avoiding the weapons, you feel comfortably able to avoid them. You do, however, see a storm giant standing in front of a gateway ahead of you, and he seems to be trying to repair one of these pillars. But as you're walking up, he turns to face you.
Oh, who fell from?
He just like tilts his head, looking over at you. And are you saying this in common, or are you speaking giant?
Giant. Just in case.
Okay. Yeah, he'll respond in giant then. Ah, it has been a long time since one of you came along. Have you been fighting the red dragons again?
Would I be fighting? Don't those.
So you are not the same one as last time. Are you new to this place?
Yes. The what? Who?
Perhaps. But if you are new, then you must speak with the Tempest. And he just stands over to the side and gestures towards the doorway. Says, "Good luck, young one." And as much as like you probably know a fair bit about giants, and the fact that he is calling you young one, he probably knows how old you actually are. Like he probably has a decent sense of it. So you get the impression that this giant is pretty old himself.
Oh well. Asked him.
Okay. uh oh, I went to the wrong one. So meanwhile, as this is happening, the rest of you see Estrella just passed out there, and you all manage to sort of regroup as the army has marched past, and the dragon clan seems to be setting up their own little camp to try and reassess their situation. What are the rest of you doing as you are able to kind of regroup here?
That's a good question.
Are we like away from the rest of the samurais?
Yeah, they seem to be sitting there on those logs that you were sleeping on. They seem to have all sort of moved in around that area, but where Estrella is passed out is closer to the road, which is away from all of them. And that, I think, is where Elias and Sakura just walked down from.
Yeah, I'll just join them and ask, isn't Astrea supposed to teleport us back to Taton?
Estrella is unconscious, if not dead.
Can I make a check to see if she's dead or not?
Yeah, you can make a medicine check.
It's going to be... Oh, I'm not on the map. Wait a second. Seven.
Okay, so yeah, she seems to have been severely electrocuted or something. It looks like she's breathing. She's not dead, but it is. You can see on her arms there are these terrible scars in this shape of lightning bolts all the way up her arm, and yeah, it seems like she's been badly electrocuted. She's also looking severely injured. It's not. Well, I mean, she's looking pretty roughed up, but you can't tell whether or not she's dying. She doesn't seem dead yet.
I
No,
don't,
she doesn't seem dead.
I don't suppose anyone has anything to heal with.
Oh, I have healing.
Could be with.
I'll
Nothing
spend like 15 lay on hands on Astrea.
Okay, Estrella, you will regain those 15 hit points. And you with the divine energy, what is that? That cures poison and disease, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't know if she's poisoned or not, so I didn't choose to cure a poison or a disease.
I think that just happens. It's just divine magic has that effect, or I don't think that's something you have to choose.
It says alternatively, you can spend 5 hit points from your pool of healing to cure target 1 disease or neutralize 1 poison.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood that then. All right, cool. Yeah, so that's fine. That doesn't really matter anyway. You will get those 15 hit points back, and um, you'll see that as that happens, some of her wounds from before will begin to knit themselves closed, but the scars on her arm remain. They they seem they seem to be like properly scarred in there now. But Estrella, you still find yourself in this strange world. You can give me a survival check if you want to try and identify where you are, because I'm not sure, you might have been here before.
Yeah, I don't see anything on the forge. Supposed to see anything?
Oh yeah. Can you not see? Can you see anything, Estrella?
Yeah, yeah. Else I would have made it because green.
Okay, I'll put down the party token so you can.
There we go.
Okay, so yeah, Estrella, you feel this faint presence of your party members around you as this, like you kind of hear Jerry's voice as he's using his lay on hands on you, but it feels like it is far away, and it feels like these sounds are sort of coming from the clouds. But as you are standing here, did you make that check? 18, yeah. You now seeing another 2 giants in this room with you. You recognize this place as Stormer, but you are somewhere that most other species other than giants would never be allowed to go. that you can see the weapons scattered around you are very clearly Mordian shields, and there are definitely signs of battle around here from people that have tried to climb this mountain, but they seem to be welcoming you in.
Oh, we are told by the to
This one in front of you says nothing but just turns and points to the stairs, and you can see that at the top of the stairs there is a also a giant, but with multiple arms that seems to be glowing with this like crackling energy. And you're not you can give me a history check to as you see this creature to see if you can recognize what they mean by the Tempest and if that is them. Okay. Do you get does your bard thing apply to history as well?
Nope, it's not that. It's just that I have plus 12 in history. Expertise is a very powerful drug.
And these D4s that it's adding, what is that from again?
Guidance.
Okay, so are you guiding yourself through all of this?
Yep, basically
Yeah.
guiding. You really need.
Yeah, no, that's cool. As you are like the meditation and that you were describing earlier is basically that that's the form that it takes as you're just trying to um, understand all of this. And with the 22, you know that there is a primordial creature, one of the elder elementals that is known as the Elder Tempest. But other than that, it could literally mean anything in Stormer. Like there are so many storms and storm-related things here that, quite honestly, you're starting to think the name is a little bit on the nose with all these storm giants walking around. But you recognize also the creature in front of you as a storm giant quintessent, one of the most powerful giants in all of Stormer, and it looks like they are some kind of guardian of this place. The creature looks down and says, it, it just like looks you up and down, sort of gives you this assessment, and you can see now that where you are standing here, those scars on your arm, they are kind of glowing with energy, and she looks at it, and she just says, so you are the next in line, then? Tell me, Satyr, where do you come from? Ah, so you are one of the firsts. I understand. I see why they have chosen you. But first, I must ask that you prove, and it just looks you up and down and like looks into your eyes and says, wait a moment, and hovers down the stairs towards you as it kind of leans in, towering above you, and is just glaring down. It seems like it's looking into your very soul. I'd like you to give me a wisdom saving throw as it's doing this, please. And this is not a charm or frighten effect, so looks down and says, you carry the blood of the Goblin King. I never thought I would see another in this place. Perhaps there is more to you than meets the eye. And it just seems to be like staring down at you, and it seems to be looking at something within you, but now as it says that, you're not entirely sure what that means. But what are you going to do?
Okay, Goblin.
King Guck was king of all goblins in Nyx, and once, I believe, from the same land from which you hail. There must be a reason that your spirit has been brought to us, for I have heard his hand in the making of this world was invaluable. I look forward to meeting you again soon, young. I'm sorry, your name was?
Astria.
Karasu. But this is not the name of your father, is it?
Oh. Great. Traveled. Came to respect us. Partially as fast and joy, which crow or raven also
Right.
traveler.
As you're saying this, I'd like you to give me another wisdom saving throw. As you say, it means crow or raven. Oh, same again. It looks down and it hovers back slightly and it says, your master is the raven? The raven Nilo.
He not sure if she knows that title or her familiar that love to form.
Oh, you are indeed an interesting specimen, young Estrella. I look forward to seeing what you are able to do with the help of the elementals. Now, go forth. The Tempest is waiting. And it gestures towards the doorway above it.
I does a slight bow, walks.
Okay. Back in the forest, Estrella is still unconscious. What are the rest of you guys doing as that divine healing doesn't seem to have woken her?
I think we should maybe go to a doctor. Any objections?
Seems like no. Um,
All right.
you can give. Where are you going to try and find a doctor?
I know this place like I know my mother. Not at all. Yeah, just back
Yes,
the way we came out.
I will. I'll open up the actual map so you can just get a reminder of where you guys are in the world. because you are pretty far from anything. There is the Crab Clan city that is quite a ways down the road, but you're not you're not so sure how willing they'd be able to help after all that. And you know that there's a little tavern up the road, and there is the fire temple next to you, but that seems to be pretty much all around here.
Well, to the fire temple it is, and I hope Minamoto is still alive to repay my pet or something, whatever. Favor.
Okay, so Jerry and Sakura, Sakura, you are muted, by the way. If you you, Jerry, if you guys were responding to Elias there.
Jerry's just deafened.
Yeah, you guys actually did.
Not at the moment. I don't actually know what Sakura wants to do now. She's just gonna go with the flow. Whatever the party decides, she'll just go with it.
Well,
You want to
Elias
sleep?
is suggesting to take Estrella up the road towards the fire temple. So are you going to help him with that?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Go to the
Awesome.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure what's happened to Jerry, but we'll assume he's carrying her along, seeing as he can
Oh,
do
good.
it pretty easily. And yeah, unless there's something else you want to do.
No, I don't think really there's anything else we can do.
In that case, as you're making your way back to the fire temple and heading through this camp that is, you can see that half of it is destroyed. There is there is not much to actually walk back through here. It's kind of a sad sight. Elias, can you please give me a perception check as you're walking through here?
I don't have a token around.
That's fine. Just roll a d20, and we can just add your modifier.
You can just click open your character sheet, or you could click the.
Yep, I forgot about that.
That's how I
Or
view
just
it.
D&D Beyond. Yeah.
Look, I am not a smart man.
Oh.
That's okay.
Okay, so as you're walking back through this camp, oh man, oh yeah, for the perception, Sakura, you can also make this if you want, and Jerry, if you are with us. I don't think he can hear, so.
Sorry, my laptop's being a bit slow. There we go.
No worries. Elias, you will, with that check, you'll see something in the sort of debris of all of these, like the weapons racks and things that were destroyed in the explosion. You'll see that there is a crate lying open, and there is something there's something stuck in the mud, just lying sort of halfway into the road, but you can't see what it is. It seems buried in the mud.
It's refusing to roll at the moment.
Why? Also, because just no token, or
I think also because it's just Foundry decided to restart itself. Like I didn't reload it. It just decided I'm gonna reload myself.
well, yeah, it's probably part of the map switch. But okay, that's fine. We'll, Elias, are you going to go and investigate the thing in the mud, or are you just going to walk over?
Oh boy, am I? Yes. Yes, I will.
All right, you can roll me an investigation check.
Those are my favorites. Come on, Foundry.
Ooh!
Well, he got a nat 20, so with a 33, you notice that there is the inside the box. You notice there are a couple of crossbow bolts lying in it,
Oh,
which
that is-
which think, oh yeah, that'll probably be useful. But then you notice that the thing in the mud, it looks like a kind of bracer, and as you pull it out of the mud and sort of shake some of that mud off, I don't know, Sakura, you'll easily be seeing this as well. Do you want to maybe do anything as you see him pull out this what looks like a gauntlet? It seems to have some sort of mechanism on it, but it is caked in mud.
I think she also wants to go see.
I mean, you guys are standing right next to each other. You're
Oh,
seeing Elias pull this out of the
yeah.
mud, but it is like the rain. I don't know. Maybe you're trying to wash it off in the rain, but as you're trying to look at this, it is you can't quite get into the mechanism. It it seems like no, not one of those.
Can
It's
I roll an Arcana, maybe?
yeah. I mean, I would yeah. You can if you want, if you want to try and identify it, but Elias is gonna have a pretty good idea of what this is. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's magical, um, from what you can see, but you also can't see because it is so caked in mud, as I'm saying.
Makes sense.
So you guys would you just have to like clean it off to get a better look at it. But
yeah. I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and use that to wipe it off. I don't want my hand
I'll
being
just
dirty.
prestidigitate it.
That works as
there we
well.
go, that'll work. Okay, so yeah, you as you prestidigitate it, you see that the mage hand kind of wipe off the last of it, and all of this dirt just fall off of it. And Elias, you notice that the mechanism along this thing, you can see it looks immaculately made. It's like a leather bracer, but there are small pieces of steel and wood that run down the side. This looks like a full-on like Assassin's Creed style gauntlet, but instead of a hidden blade, it is a hidden crossbow, essentially. So
Yes.
you can look up I think it's called the wrist crossbow. It's on D&D Beyond.
Oh, is it the hand crossbow?
It does work like a hand crossbow, but it has got I've made a block for it. It's not an official item, but I've put it on D&D Beyond. So just let me know when you have found it, because yeah, as you're looking into this, you can basically see that this will fit easily, and um, you can basically activate it. I think as like a bonus action, you can turn it into a crossbow on your wrist and fire that exactly. Holy shit, I forgot about those. That's exactly what you found. Which game is that from? When did they even?
Assassin's Creed Unity.
When did
The,
they all actually? All the Assassin's Creed have that. I forgot.
no, only that one specifically.
Oh, was it? Okay, good. Then I'm not losing my mind. Yeah, but that's exactly what you found. Is that it's a little bit more. The design is maybe a little bit different,
That is so cool.
but yeah, same kind of mechanism, and you should be able to find the item on D&D Beyond and see how you can use it. But yeah, it seems like and there's a couple of crossbow bolts in the box that it was in as well. Seems like one of the only things that wasn't destroyed in that explosion.
And that was a big bomb, hey?
Yeah, I mean, it was you blew up an entire barrel of smoke powder with it, which is what really caused the damage. That
Crazy.
little grenade didn't do squat.
Crazy how that works, hey?
Yeah, no, it's that smoke powder is pretty good. But with that, we will jump back to Estrella as you have made your way through this doorway, and you see the staircase leading up in front of you. A giant crystal in front of it that just seems to be glowing and sparking with energy, lightning bursting off of it, and above it, a coiled beast, this massive dragon-like creature, but you're not entirely sure if it is a dragon, just lightning crackling all over it. Definitely not a blue dragon, as you might expect with that kind of lightning effect. But what would you like to do as you see this?
First, I would like movement.
Oh, my bad.
Then, ooh, symbols. Looking at symbols. If I can figure anything out. If there's anything interesting in those symbols.
Yeah, what, let me see, what languages do you speak again? Or have you got, can you read anything?
I can read.
But you do also actually have, you can see that those symbols are in Primordial. They are,
Yep, that I speak.
yeah, so you can read that these are Primordial Runes, and you can see that lightning keeps striking down at each of the points where these symbols are glowing. Like the symbol glows and then lightning hits it, and it's just, you can see there's a kind of pattern that it's striking in around it. And um, the symbols, they don't say anything, like they don't convey a word. It's just that they are magic runes, and these are all the symbols of elder elementals. These are old runes, the oldest, if you will. But if ahead of you, you see this creature flying in the sky, and it is going to look down at you. So let me check here. So yeah, the Tempest will look down at you and say, "So, you were the new bearer of Yoro's curse. Welcome, Astrea." And it is sort of coiled in the air, and you can see lightning crackling through it. It is very loud in here, and the rain is just pelting down as you are standing in the middle of the storm, and it feels like the storm is either being generated by this creature or by the crystal itself. Um, what do you do?
Urusk. What?
The curse of Yoro is the curse of the Zenoga. It is an ancient affliction born to the great worm who fights at a fraction of his power. For each time he is defeated, his power grows, feeding his echoes across the universe. This power is granted to him by someone I believe you may have met. Lorifax. They who have control of one such echo, bearing a golden mask, hidden in the Shadowfell. This creature, on the material plane, each time it dies, it grows in power, and as does Lorifax. I believe you have faced this creature recently. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, I face many times. Each time. That is their defeat.
It just like coils around and like it doesn't quite seem to respond to what you're saying, but then it says, I refer to the dragon. The dragon who was merely a Zenoga once and murdered by samurai. In the afterlife, he was offered new life, where he could plot his revenge in exchange for the power of my soul. And this Tempest like sort of swims through the air. You can see that its body is actually now, you notice made up of clouds. Like these are storm clouds given life, and that are sort of folding out into wings and then dissipating as it keeps itself airborne. And you realize that this is an elder elemental itself. As it continues, it says, now my power lurks within its soul, as do all the elementals. But this power was contained in the horn of a dragon, which has now become its vessel. Somehow you have opened this vessel. Do you understand? Um, it, it seems to be... this is also speaking in Primordial, by the way. This whole conversation is a lot of just thundering and a lot of these guttural sounds.
So-called fountain of destroying or without.
Zenoga's curse is still present, but any mortal who is able to channel all 5 elements and master them completely will be freed of this curse. Some have tried to gain this power on purpose, but few have ever survived the transformation. Those who have rarely maintain their sanity and have ultimately been killed out of fear. You must understand the path that I offer before you now. You may either accept the curse of the Zenoga and accept my power as your own, or jump from this place and be freed of the curse forever. And it like gestures to basically jumping off the edge of this cliff.
Wait, so basically it's like take this curse or die?
Yeah, it's like either you can jump off the cliff to where now as you're peering over, you see these jagged crystals just spiking up out of this mountain all the way down. Like it is clearly suggesting like accept lycanthropy or kill yourself. Those are pretty much your options here.
Wow.
Though knowing Australia, you what are you thinking as you sort of look over the edge and see these deadly spikes all around?
Like, I could jump down and feather fall and then land safely, though. Think that and
Very well. Then place your hand upon the crystal and accept my power. In time, you will learn to control it and make it your own. And you see this crystal is crackling with energy. It looks like it would probably electrocute you if you touched it, but that is what it's asking you to do.
ooh, I'm gonna try something just before then. Well, since the curse apparently granted me because of fucking grasp, cover my hand in lightning with grasp and touch the thing.
All right, yeah, and so doing that, you will you'll feel this surge of energy as the shocking grasp connects with this energy, and they become one. As you start drawing the energy from this crystal, you see in a part of the crystal actually break off and just fly into your hand, as you feel your hand instinctively clench around it, like with that pain of electrocution. You just feel all your nerves, sort of everything clenches in your hand, and you feel this energy surge throughout your body. It is painful for a moment, and then all of your hit points are restored, and your eyes begin to glow as the rest of you, as you are just arriving at the outside of the firing temple, you see Estrella suddenly heave back to life and back to consciousness, as there is this crackle of energy that um, runs up her body, and you see it spiral around her horns, as the horns gain these strange little lightning patterns, and in them tiny intricate primordial runes are now etched over both of your horns, Estrella.
Son of a bitch, I thought you were gone.
Well, I was thinking, like, why not take a little visit to Sama and friends? And didn't know I would leave.
I'll just turn to Sakura. Is this just a magic thing?
She looks confused. What do you mean?
Is this just a thing magic people do?
She doesn't know.
Well, when's the Genpuku ceremony thing?
Yeah, it's still. I will remind you that this morning you did your kabuki theater. So yeah, it has been a very very long day,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm sure most of you guys are feeling exhausted, especially Sakura, who is literally I think
Exhausted.
about to fall over at this point.
It's not too bad. It's only like 2 levels.
She says that, and all of you just see these dark circles under her eyes. Like she looks like she hasn't slept in like 3 weeks.
She's just swaying and eyes are half open.
Yeah, it's basically Sakura at the end of most sessions. You seem to be more awake tonight.
I suppose it's back to Taton.
And to your point, you do see Miramoto in there. You see that the crab plan seems to have continued all the way down the road, but once you guys get to the firing, it does seem like he managed to get inside there. So if you want to go and talk to Neji, you can do that, but it's up to you. You've now Australia's just woken up as you've gotten to the entrance.
I think both him and I need our own time, so I'll leave him be.
Okay, and Jerry, what are you doing during all this? Were you carrying Australia over there, or what are you?
Very tempted to just grab her by the collar and drag her there, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been how Australia. You might be a little bit muddy yourself now, but everyone's conscious again.
Ooh. Back to Sure, you don't wanna go some more interesting places? Not
No,
as here?
That
personally, I would really like to visit Taton again. And I'm sure the DM would too.
Well, what's a DM?
Because he's like, it's God Estrella. It's a kami. It's all the kami.
When you say it's the kami, Sakura kind of just like packs up. She's like, yes.
No, the other one.
Okay, so smart it is, you say. And
Oh.
Astrea is just sitting there and drawing the circle? Checking the circle for creatures like hold in it. Very careful. It's like okay,
Estrella.
Taton. And
Yes, Estrella. While you were having your little nap time, I found a really cool weapon, and if we're not in Taton, you might just become the new test target.
Just itching to use this new thing.
just closes. Level read.
You can't
Can
hide
it-
forever.
Sanity. All the time. Neither. Oh yes. Good hide. Forever. But
You magic users are something else, I'll tell you that.
As you say that, her spell activates and the circle begins to glow as this teleportation circle starts. Is everyone walking into it?
Yep.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, and with that, you all find yourself. Everyone bamfs back into the middle of that teleportation circle, back in Taton. You feel the just well, it is. I don't know why it's so bright and sunny, but it is nighttime now. I had not anticipated that actually. Sorry, but yeah, it is still there's a sort of glow coming from the city, but you can see this group of samurai that are standing next to the teleportation circle as you all arrive, and they seem to be gathered around some kind of metallic spider thing that it is a large creature that is just lying on the floor upside down. Looks like it has just been destroyed by these samurai that are standing around it. There are a couple of nobles busy just saying, like whispering to each other, trying to figure out what has happened.
That can't be good.
Yeah, I'll approach to look closer at it.
Okay, you can give me an Arcana or a Nature check, and you'll have advantage on this check, Jerry.
Can I?
Nature or
Also?
Arcana?
Would I not know?
Yeah, if you're trying to identify what this creature is. Yeah, Sakura, what are you trying to do?
Can she also do a check, or would she not know what this is at all?
Yeah, you can also make a check. You can make either Arcana or I don't know. What are you trying to do?
I think she'll try and see magical properties, so Arcana.
Okay, yeah, you can give me an Arcana check.
What is with Foundry? And it's just reloading itself tonight.
Is it not just every time I change maps?
Perhaps.
I just need to leave it for a bit so it can actually get the map. But yeah, I don't know. As Jerry, as you are approaching, you identify this creature as something that they are quite rare, but you have seen one of these before in some of the blueprints and things that you have researched. That it is a mechanical being that is created to hunt down magic users. Is known as a retriever, this one.
So it's not sentient, but it just like command and does it, or does it look like the apparatus of the crab that somebody actually controls it?
And no, this looks like it's like a drone. It does operate as though it is sentient, but it's like it's more like an artificer's metal companion, or what are they called? Yeah, it's yeah, it's
No,
closer to something like that. It is of a similar nature, but it is not. It's not actually Warforged, but
So
it's
like
the kind
an
of thing that you would give
intelligence.
you'd give a command and it would go and hunt across the entire country for you. It would make its own decisions, but
So,
they use to track down magic users specifically.
so like a intelligence 2 Warforged.
No, not necessarily. Intelligence 3. I just
Mm,
checked.
now we're talking.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's very much a drone type thing.
yeah, you'll ask the guards like, what happened here. Who did it try to attack?
A bunch of these strange metal spider creatures and some. We think they were mage hunters. They attacked the castle. We're not sure what they were looking for. They just streamed in here, uh, and they just, you see them kind of poking at it, trying to figure out what it actually is. Sakura, if you are able to make that roll, you can give it to me, or if anyone else wants to start looking closer into this, you can give me Arcana or Investigation.
Still
Hmm.
loading.
I'll ask the guards as well if they know where, like, the source of
Wait.
where they came from.
Arcana or?
Arcana or investigation?
Investigation. My favorite. Come on, Forge.
You're asking for too much. Not even a wish can grant that.
What, be free of technical difficulties?
Have the forge work properly.
Yeah.
No Evers in console. The dream.
Okay, we'll give you another second to roll the Sakura, as everyone is looking into this and has rolled very well. So
I think it's getting in. Come on. Yay. Let's go.
okay, nice. So so Estrella, you after all of this, you still can. You've got this faint sense of still being in that place that you were just in. It's like you're still getting used to feeling this power that you have just received, which we will discuss after the session. But you definitely recognize this. You have seen one of these creatures before. You know that they are sometimes used by drow. Just remember. Yeah. You would know that these are demon infused collectors, that they often come from the abyss, is where they are created, which. But Elias and Sakura, you guys both notice that there are there are small inscriptions on some of the parts of this creature, and there is a small emblem that represents a faction called the Elemental Hunters. Sakura, you recognize this instantly as being the organization that Anaki worked for.
So, if I recall correctly, there was something about Sakura being some kind of elemental, and that's why Sakura's mom wanted to kill her. So then that was here hunting them.
Wait, so someone put a Nagi into one of those drones?
No. Anaki was part of an organization who just like
The Princess of the Apocalypse.
I don't really recall what an elemental is exactly.
I guess Sakura needs to do the firing again. Then she can see.
Yeah, I mean the elemental that they were referring to could mean many different things, but Sakura, with that 26, you will also have overheard him saying that they attacked the castle first, and you'll kind of put two and two together, Elias. You'll also realize that if they were hunting something, they went to the castle and then they came to this teleportation circle. There is a good chance that they were looking for you, but you also don't know if they were all defeated or where the rest of them are now. They seem to be talking like it was a whole swarm, and you only see one lying here.
Well, in any case, I am very non-magical. So at least
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying you could put two and two together, that they have attacked like two of the places that all of your new magical friends have been, which is a little bit suspicious.
The point is, I'm safe.
Yeah, it's not coming for you. You know that.
Yeah,
like
but you're
Shira,
kind of like
Shira's not
killing...
using those.
Have you
Okay, let me
considered that
rephrase.
all the things that I've basically given you could be like, oh, those people, those are the things they want. Now they actually coming for you. Get them back.
You know, you've
That's
just given
true.
me a perfect reason to just sell them off, because I don't...
Yeah, you do realize what's gonna happen to you if you sell us out. You're gonna get disintegrated.
By you.
Yeah?
Yeah, I figured.
Oh man, I just imagine Sakura being a slave driver, like, don't do it, do your work. I'm gonna disintegrate.
No, like look, she
I
like
know.
she doesn't really like killing people, but she really does value loyalty. So
Only disintegrating them.
if you're if you're gonna betray them, you know, she is not gonna hesitate. I'm just thinking of that vine. I won't hesitate, bitch.
Bitch.
Oh man,
I know exactly.
I have the perfect one.
No, don't worry. I words. Yeah. No, it's fine. We're fine. You're forgetting. Elias only met you in the past, or like 4 days ago, or 3 days ago.
I think how long has Sakura known this party? Like 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, that's true. You guys, this whole campaign has been less than a month.
It's
Huh?
been going on for more than a year.
Didn't you start in like 2019?
No, I think it was. No, it wasn't 2019. I'm like, what the fuck? What year is it? No, we. Well, I mean, actually, the original like storyline, I guess. But that was a previous campaign. This one's been going for, I think, maybe a year and a couple of months, maybe.
I think the Descent of Avernus was like 2 years ago. Started. Maybe a bit later.
Yeah, no, it's definitely we haven't. My time is not that messed up. But yeah, it is currently nighttime here, and the samurai are now starting to ask questions about who you are and whether you guys know what's going on here, because you all seem very interested.
Well, it's simply more that when we left through this, there wasn't anything here, and then when we came back, there was. So that's quite all there is to it.
I don't think it's wise to tell random people about. Yeah.
No, but it's very clear we came through the teleportation circle.
Yeah, they don't seem that suspicious of you. It's just that everyone's come up to investigate, and they're like, and you all seem to be taking very close looks at certain things on this. So they're asking if you have any information more than accusing you of anything.
Suffer will give them like something small. She'll be like, I've seen that symbol somewhere. I think it's some kind of evil organization. Should definitely watch out for them.
Yes, that is the symbol of the elemental hunters, but we don't understand what they would be hunting here. We don't understand. They attacked one of the princesses, and honestly, we're not entirely sure why. But if any of you are magic users, which clearly at least one of you is, I would just be on your guard around the city until we have figured this situation out. And he just like gives you a like stern nod.
Yeah, she nods as well. Yeah, I think it's actually, it's not very fairly obvious because she's got like 20 weapons just chilling on her back. But yeah, she nods. I was gonna say it's kind of obvious she's a magic user, but then I realized that that could be misinterpreted because of the shit ton of weapons she has on her back.
You did also just threaten to disintegrate Elias in front of them, so they're pretty sure you're a magic user too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You have 20 weapons and you haven't seen you use a single one.
Oh no, I know how to use.
Well, the point is I haven't seen you use one.
Oh,
I think she's used them for
Don't
other
need to.
things, like she uses the bokken to fly, and like,
Yeah.
there's just don't describe the weapons all that often.
yeah. Well, remember the time when she used weapons? Oh well.
Yeah, because she didn't actually finish her training at the women's school, so she doesn't actually have proficiency with them yet.
I mean, Elias wouldn't know.
You would both know that the Crane clan is famous for its duelists. You met one of them this morning. But the Kakita duelists and the Mirumoto duelists are known as the greatest swordsmen in all of Kiga. They have slightly different styles. One is more Iejitsu, which is the Crane clan, and the other is more akin to Kendo, but more so dual wielding, which is Mirumoto. And you have met two of those people today. So yeah, you would know that in the Crane clan is actually a great place to train with the sword, and there's still plenty to investigate here. But it seems like whatever happened here with these spiders has has ended and they've defeated this one.
Well, what time is it?
It's now about 8:30 in the evening.
Okay. Would I know if the smithy is still open, or is that up in the air?
You wouldn't know, but there's it's a little bit late. Most stores would probably have closed by now, but you imagine a decent swordsmith is probably still at work.
Then, well, unless we have some urgent stuff to do as a whole, I am just gonna quickly have a run around, and I'll see you. I'll find you somewhere, and I'll just go off.
Very reassuring, thanks.
Look, I can find you. It's not. I'll pull a grove out and I'll send a paper bird your way. The paper birds know. You have telepathy. It's fine.
Yeah, but you don't have telepathy. You can't be like, yo, I'm done. Come pick me up. You know?
I don't need to be picked up. I was a fucking criminal. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
I don't need to be picked up as a fucking criminal.
Look, it's fine.
She nods and she'll go off to do her own thing, I guess. Maybe see if she can find someone to show her some, like, martial techniques with her weapons. Gain some
Jerry could use a little help at the forge if she's not doing anything specific.
Sure. She can learn how to wield weapons at a later stage.
Well, you did learn that the Kakita are the smiths as well. So if you're looking for the greatest duelists to train you, the forge might be a good place to start.
Sorry, my brain is kind of like I'm awake, but my brain isn't functioning at its full capacity at the moment.
That's fine. we are sort of coming to the end of the session, so I think now we'll just leave it with where you guys are heading off to next. So let's go to the city map. Okay, so there are many places to visit in Taton. I haven't put all the labels on yet, but you can basically go to the forge, back to the market closer to the beach. There's the castle. There is the maze where Sumihime's shrine supposedly is. I mean, Sumihime's mother's shrine, Lady Doji's shrine. There's lots of the city that you haven't investigated yet that you don't know what is there. But then there is the city and the Titan Forge that Jerry found underneath.
Yeah, just to clarify, I was talking about the Titan one, Sakura, not the smithy itself.
She'll come help anyway.
I just realized one thing. Left ein. Not ein there. June. What June?
June wasn't with us.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh yeah. He doesn't have a firing.
Wait. Oh no, June is fine. They have magic circle.
Yeah, the great old one will tell us. Tell her where we are. It's fine.
And then
Yeah,
he
you'll
ends
know
up.
when.
Oh, for sure. Because depending on what June up.
Okay, you know what? How about this? I'm going to fold a paper plane for June, and all it says is just where the fuck you at.
Right. And as you send it off, you'll see it fly straight up into the air and into the clouds and just out towards the sea, as she is probably about to get back over the city at this point. But Matt was clearly not able to join us tonight.
Just watching it go off, like, where the fuck did she go?
Yeah, it's like it just flies
She,
into the
uh,
clouds.
she was an idiot and is taking accounting. That's where she went.
And no, his power was out, and then he had a party. So I think he may
Oh,
just have not made it
hang
back.
on, I thought he was like studying for accounting shit.
Yeah,
I was like,
no. No, he
on the
said he would
contrary,
try
he's
and
out
join us
partying.
after 10, but I think I don't blame him for not joining us. That's fine. But yeah, Jerry and Sakura, you arrive at the Titan Forge, and we'll sort of wrap things up here as you arrive there. What are you asking for Sakura's help?
Yeah, I need to place something at the claw contraption, and I pointed the thing here. This one, and the only thing I managed to think of that can be placed there exactly is Seto's egg. And the fish said something about Phoenix. So it makes sense to me.
Might be able to get it back afterwards.
Yeah, there was something placed here already, and I removed it, so I don't see any reason why not.
Should like hesitantly. Wait, are we putting the stuff in now?
That's up to you.
Yeah, she'll hesitantly and like carefully see if the egg fits.
Yeah, and I'll just like try to grab the claw and slowly, like force it to slowly close on the egg, not to like crack it or anything. I know it's strong, but just in
Yeah,
case.
it's a strong egg.
Maybe it's a strong
Yeah.
claw, you don't know.
Yeah, the egg that was in here before was metal, so clearly, like, that clamp has some strength to it. So yeah, I'll say, Jerry, you can give me an athletics check, and then Sakura, you can give me a sleight of hand. The DC is not too ridiculous, but
Wow, nice.
okay. Oh, oh, damn!
Yeah,
All right, this is nice.
she really cares about this egg. She's doing it like obviously with a lot of attention to detail.
Okay, and with that, I just want to quickly double check if we've got this ready as you pry open these claws and replace the egg in there. Give me 1 second. All right, and with that, you will see the mechanism close itself around the egg, and as it was sort of twitching and it seemed like it was trying to crush the egg before, this time it closes around gently with your help, and you hear this loud clack, like this loud clicking noise as some sort of mechanism moves into place, and you start hearing things shifting on the door itself. You can hear mechanisms like twisting and turning. You hear these cogs whirring as the door begins to unlock, and you see light start to pour in along these sort of rails that lead down into that pool. You see the fishes splashing like mad, but this is... Oh, it's nighttime. I keep forgetting.
Yes, yeah, the fish, fuck you. I told you I can open the door.
Don't sleep with the fish.
I'm interested to hear how the fish react to being like, yeah, fish, fuck you.
Probably mixed feelings.
He slapped me.
Well, that was very rude of him. You don't
You see a
expect
splash come out from the water as this like a wave just washes up onto the shore as it kicks its tail at you again. But you can see you're not sure if it's excited or angry, but it is currently just swimming in circles in that pool, and yeah, as if almost challenging you. But the door has opened, and you feel this wave of heat as the door opens, and you see the light that is glowing now. You can see that there is actual liquid running through there, and that it is faint, but it seems like there's energy running through there, very similar to the Titan blood that you saw in the other forge.
Okay. We are ending the session, right? It's midnight.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that is where we are going to end tonight's session, as this door comes down and is fully opened, and we will see what's inside next week.
Petrification.
Yeah, man.
Man,
You
like,
never know.
think about this. This was exactly the same thing happened. Party split. Oh, some went to the forge, never came back. Then
I came back. We all came back. You just
Okay, but like,
made of
to be
stone.
fair, this time it's Jerry and Sakura. We'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine without us, right?
oh,
Well, I know me and
one
Jerry
thing
will be
that
fine.
would be
Will
like,
you guys be fine?
Oh yeah.
I think I would be fine more than you, depending on what.
I gotta say, I'm like really grateful that Sakura didn't get that curse. Else she'd be like, there's just so many identity crises. Like, she'd
Yeah,
have
me
another
too.
one.
Trust me too. Like when everyone people were joking about, oh yeah, Sakura is clearly the main character, and I was like, oh no, don't let you be the one that also gets this fucking curse.
And man,
you're just gonna have everything.
and the funny thing is, I realized I could have been like, nope, I'm just out to succeeding thanks to them. But I'm like, nope.
Yeah, those kinds of curses are. It's one of those things that like you might actually want to choose to fail because it might be fun to play, like to play out that
I was like,
story.
As long as you don't try
like,
to, yeah, as long as you don't try to put the same curse as the one that is on Lorifex's.
I mean, I was like, kind of considering being like, I fail, but at the same time, I was like, no, she can't have more shit. She has enough going on. She doesn't need a curse as well.
Yeah, no, that is too true. But yeah, Jerry has finally opened another Titan Forge, so I'm very excited to see what he's gonna do with this.
You need to figure out what the fuck is in there first.
That is.
And how much of it wants to kill me.
We'll be
So definitely.
fine. Wait, shit, I'm still exhausted.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine. I just can't like I'm trying to keep it at like 2. In real dire situations, so it can go up another level. But yeah, I probably won't use that ability again before I've long rested at least once.
It is now that Sakura realized much to ask us called
Greater Restoration. Yep, straight up. Greater Restoration. Next level, please.
Wait, are you exhaustion level 2, right?
Yeah.
I already.
Okay. Do you remember that you have disadvantage on your ability checks? I've forgotten about that every time.
Same. I always forget.
That's level 1.
Also, this Sakura. And no, you remember because of all the exhaustion, but have used Greater Restoration. Oh.
Why are you not using it to like alleviate my exhaustion?
Well, that you would have to take up with Yagi or Tori. He could explain you exactly what.
Why can't I just take it up with Estrella?
Maybe
Will
Estrella
Estrella
is
be like, look, I can't tell you. I made an oath to never tell people. I have greater restoration, but cannot use it. You have to find this other person.
With great power comes great restoration.
Magic users.
I know, right?
Don't mess with
Hey,
it.
you're a magic user too!
Yeah, but I don't.
No idea what you're talking about.
Man, like,
I have divine smite slots and rage. No
man,
magic
like,
here.
yeah, and I'm already ready in case Jerry is gonna be eaten by mind flayer, or at least if they try to eat him, since advantage should hopefully help him.
Yeah, well, I have guard shift in 4 hours, so I'll try to sleep a bit.
Alright.
Good luck.
Yeah, thanks
No, I
guys for
know
the
I
game.
will sleep, but just not as much. See you next week.
See ya.
See
Cool.
ya.
Cheers, Jerry. Yeah, thank you everyone for the game. Sorry it was a little bit off kilter. I got thrown off a bit by Grovart leaving us, but yeah, who
No, I
knows?
really had fun. It was a good game.
Yeah, we might.
Dear.
Yeah.
Quickly. You said the not this again. The wrist crossbow. That's on D&D Beyond. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
I'll check what it's called.